This is Basketball Infinite. Make sure to like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications, baby. Alright, guys, we're going to talk about a player today named Jalen Green, who is the top high school ranked prospect by ESPN in the class of 2020. And the question we will be asking is, can he be the Filipino Michael Jordan? Yes, that's right, because Jalen Green is an absolute stud muffin, and we are going to watch some of his highlights in this video. Green has all the tools to be a superstar in this league in the 2020s, and he is pretty much the consensus top shooting guard prospect in the 2021 NBA draft. Here we're going to look at another game where Green finishes an alley-oop dunk. We're going to see some more of his dunking ability in a little bit. Here he drives to his left and gets fouled on the play, and here he gets the ball on the right side of the court, drives to his left, makes an easy mid-range jumper, and you see that jump shot looks very pretty. He's athletic. He can make plays. He has the perfect tools to be one of the best shooting guards of this next decade in the NBA, and I am excited about the elevation of Jalen Green's game. He's averaging 17 points per game through 6 games so far for the G League Ignite team, where he's making $500,000, and he is an absolute stud muffin. Here we're watching a play in slow motion where he gets the ball at the top of the key, drives on 3 defenders, and makes one of the most beautiful layups I have ever seen in my life. Look at the ability. That right there is MJ-esque. Look at that finishing ability. Holy macaroni. Yes, he can make threes too. He can score from all areas of the floor. But as we are about to see, that is probably the one area of Green's game that needs improvement, is his three-point shooting. He is 5th overall on NBADraftRoom.com projected, and he is also 5th overall on NBADraft.net, so I'd call him pretty much a top 5 consensus prospect. He first found out he was Filipino while on the plane to the Philippines for the first time in his life in 2018, and he showed out there, as we're about to see. Back in 2018, Green's name has been around for a pretty long time. He's been a pretty hyped up prospect since I'd say his sophomore year, and he was playing for Team USA shortly after he had turned 16 years old. And as you can see, this does not look like a normal 16-year-old playing basketball, but for a young stud muffin to have the ability he did at just 16 years old wowed NBA scouts, and he's been on the NBA radar ever since. Now he's playing in the G League and he's averaging 17 points per game. Here are some highlights from when he was in the Philippines during the dunk contest, and look at this windmill, look at this through the legs. Keep in mind that when he was in this dunk contest, the kid was just 16 years old. All of the fans from the Philippines are on their feet, and he does a through the legs over someone there, and then he does a 360 off the backboard. Good golly gee willikers, holy macaroni, everybody loves him. Jalen Green is a superstar stud muffin. Someone gave him 109 out of 10. Look at this athleticism. His head is nearly on the rim. This is an absolute thing of beauty. So yeah, let's take a further deep dive into his G League stats. The biggest room for improvement is the 24.1 3-point percentage, but I'm really not too worried about that because his jumper looks really smooth, and I think that can improve over time. This is what I've learned from about 5 years of analyzing NBA players. Some players just have that it factor. It isn't describable, it just is it. And Jalen Green has it, because at 19 years old, the way he plays is just absolutely insane. His game is mature beyond his years. He's athletic. He has a high IQ. Here we're going to look at this play where he makes a steal. Then he goes to the corner, drives past a defender, and makes this insane layup over the Wolves defender. Holy macaroni, look at that layup again. Here he makes a dunk. But overall, what I would say is that, yes, I do think Jalen Green is going to be an absolute stud muffin in the NBA, and he does have the potential to be the greatest Filipino player in NBA history. I am here for the ride, and this is just the beginning of the rise of Jalen Green, who has the potential to be the greatest Filipino player in history.